We were talking about talent management the other day. You know, all the stuff an employee does at OCTA. Anyway, we started thinking about how we attract and develop and motivate and keep good people. We've got lots of good people, but we can't compete on price, so we lose great candidates. We watch good employees leave just when they're most valuable to us. It's not about attracting good people, it's attracting the right people, the ones who will stay. It's just hard to compete with the private sector. Anyway, we start thinking about examples of other organizations who've competed for talent at financial disadvantage. And that's when somebody says, the Dodgers. And everybody else goes, huh? Not the Dodgers with ownership changes and safety issues. We're talking about the old Dodgers, back when they were one of the best teams in baseball. So we did some research, and wow, were we surprised. The Dodgers are third in overall winning percentage, second in pennants, fourth in World Series championships, and first in Rookie of the Year awards. Oh, and the Dodgers also had the second best average player tenure of all major league teams. Okay, the Yankees have won more World Series than anyone else, a lot more. But the Dodgers were consistently in the playoffs, and for a lot less money. So it looks like there are three kinds of teams in baseball. Teams like the Yankees, who recognize the best players after they've been developed and by their contracts. Teams like the Dodgers, that develop talent by signing young, unproven players and developing them into major leaguers, and everybody else. We compared payroll to performance, and it looked like the two extremes were both more successful than the middle. Both groups won more games, appeared in the playoffs more often, and won more pennants and World Series. Buying talent is more expensive when the players are already proven, but it increases the chances that you'll be in the playoffs. It's a great plan if you want to spend the money, but you don't have to spend the money. The Dodgers went head-to-head with the Yankees at a fraction of their payroll and routinely won over a 40-year period. They built one of the strongest and most productive farm systems in Major League Baseball. And they pioneered the international talent search, including Latin America and Asia, where they signed and developed talents such as Hideo Nomo, Raul Mondesi, and Fernando Valenzuela. Here's the Cliff Notes version. The Dodgers managed to create the culture where players stayed longer in spite of a lower payroll, and the team won. Do I have your attention? So what do? We become a first choice by spending quality time in outreach to local colleges and universities. We evaluate talent by looking at people's competency instead of their pedigree. We patiently develop the talent we have internally rather than looking for the star externally. We show that development is a priority by having senior leaders engage with talent in formal training venues as well as informally. We could do this, or we could try to compete with the Yankees. It seems like a pretty simple choice. What do you think?